What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to do a review of a 2013 BMW X1. This is my 2013 BMW X1. We'll call it a crossover. It's not quite an SUV and it's not a car either. I don't think it qualifies as a hatchback. So for today's video, we'll call it a crossover. It's a very compact design. It is the X-Drive 28i, which means it is all-wheel drive. X-Drive is just BMW's branding for all-wheel drive. It's an intelligent all-wheel drive system. This X1 inherits all the design features from other BMW models. Inherits the designs from the 3 Series. And this X1 is fully loaded. It is optioned out with the Sport package. As you can see, these wheels are not the standard wheels. These are upgraded with the Sport package. Some other design features included with the Sport package are the black trim. Check out the mirrors. You do get the black accented mirrors. It's an iconic looking design. It is very noticeable that it is a BMW with the kidney grille that is standard across other BMW models. One of my favorite things about this vehicle is that it rides a little bit higher up, so you do get a better driving angle and a little bit of a safer feel, but at the same time it's low enough where it handles pretty well. The suspension in here is the Sport suspension, and it's very firm. You will feel every bump and every imperfection in the road. But on the plus side, it does handle very well, and it's responsive and very easy to control and predict. This is BMW's twin turbo engine. It is also found in the 3 Series. You lose a little bit of fuel economy compared to the 3 Series because of the bigger size of the vehicle, but you still get up to 34 miles per gallon on the freeway, which is pretty sweet. This little turbo engine, although it is fuel efficient, it is very responsive and has the power when you need it. You'll be coasting at 80 miles per hour or above before you notice on the freeway, so you have to be careful. These smaller BMW engines are much easier to maintain and are pretty straightforward. If you are handy, you can do most of the work yourself. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. There's a traditional BMW key. This is the smart key, so just keep it in your pocket, and if you touch the handle, it will unlock. Likewise, when you hop out, you can tap right here and it'll lock the vehicle. I can't say I'm the biggest fan of this interior for a 2013 model. It doesn't look the best. Let's check out the back. So since this is the Sport package, you do get the red stitching throughout the vehicle and also the matching red lined floor mats. I do like this red stitching here. Gives the car a sporty look and feel. You got cup holders back here and an armrest. Plenty of headroom and legroom for passengers, but definitely not as much room as you'd expect, in a traditional SUV. I was surprised that there are no AC vents back here. But I mean, it is a small space, so it'll cool down or warm up pretty quickly. Just take a look at the front one more time. So this one does not have the pop-up screen. Right here, there's instead a storage compartment. Pretty roomy. But it's a little bit of a flimsy plastic and it's pretty loud. My disappointment with this interior is that there were a few afterthoughts. I'm not sure what happened, but this cup holder right here, it gets in the way of, you know, passengers. You know, it's touching your leg if you're sitting there, and it's kind of annoying. I haven't found a way to move it out of the way. You do get one more cup holder here, but the center design here, I mean, they could have made better use of it. Just a big shifter and a waste of space otherwise. The AC and radio controls does give me a 90s vibe. You know, this looks very outdated, and it's not something that I would be happy with in a 2013 model. When it comes to the steering wheel design and the speedometer, it looks alright. I like the thick steering wheel, the sport model, but I can't imagine this interior with a standard steering wheel. It must look awful. But with the design out of the way, these sport seats are great. They have a lot of support, and you know, you do get the leg extension. It does have a lot of different ways to adjust, and you can fit it to your needs, and you'll definitely feel comfortable in it. One of my favorite features on the interior is this panoramic sunroof. It's a giant glass panel that goes all the way back, and in a smaller vehicle like this, it is a much welcome add-on. Gives it a much better and open feel. You can open it and it goes pretty far back. The button controls are pretty easy to get used to. The lock and unlock button, as found in other BMW models. The radio, it's pretty annoying to use the preset buttons, but I guess you'll get used to it. With the AC here, you do have the heated seats, which is cool, and some more controls here. Eco Pro, I don't really use. It makes the car very sluggish. It's already a small engine. You don't really need to put in eco. This is hill descent control, so if you live in a mountainous area, it'll keep your speed when you're going downhill. And the engine start stop feature, which bugs a lot of people. That's the feature where the car will shut off when you get to a red light, or if you're in the drive-through or something and you come to a full stop, it'll turn off until you start moving again. I don't really like that feature because it gets annoying when you're in a drive-through and every time you inch forward, the car shuts off. You release the brake, it turns on. So if you're in a situation like that, go ahead and turn it off right here. Storage is generous, especially when you have this here, this compartment. You know, you have a big cubby right here. You can put your phone right here, but it'll probably fall out. You do get these 2 cup holders. And on the side in the door, there's plenty of space. And you can also put a water bottle down here. Let's go ahead and check out the trunk space. So it's a manual hatch. And there's plenty of space here. You do get the added benefit of folding the seats down, so if you have a larger item that you gotta fit back here, you'll definitely be able to do that, especially because they fold down individually. So you could just fold down the middle one if you like, if you have like something that you gotta fit through there. Neat little power source right here. So this is a 2013 with about 88,000 miles, and it's holding up pretty well for its age. You do get a lot of value. Most of these on the road right now in the US, at least on the West Coast, should go for about 10 to 15 grand based on condition and options. Spec'd out like mine, you should expect to pay around 10 grand for it, which is a pretty good deal for what you're getting. It's a nice family car, but at the same time, it's good for just about anybody. If you're somebody that likes to have a little bit of luxury and handling, and at the same time you like the space, and you want to be able to have, you know, that large trunk space, and maybe go on an adventure every once in a while, this car is for you. With the all-wheel drive system, you'll be just fine in winter conditions. With the higher ground clearance, I mean, I wouldn't really off-road this thing, but you can definitely take it down a dirt road, get to that campsite that you're going to, or that scenic spot that you're trying to get to. It's great on fuel, and you do have that panoramic sunroof, which is a great vibe once you're on a road trip. You're saving fuel, taking in the sights. This is definitely the vehicle you want to hit the road in. With that said, thanks for watching my quick static review of the 2013 BMW X1. If you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing. Thank you. Have a great day.